Let's consider the First Kingdom farm structure. The First Kingdom farm will be capable of producing food to feed up to around 1,000 people. Each floor area will be 100 square meters with 5-meter-high ceilings. The maximum depth underground may be up to 700 meters deep. Beyond this depth, it gets too warm for comfort. Powered by solar, wind, and batteries, the energy consumption will be about 10 kilowatts per floor, each capable of feeding up to 8 people if farmed optimally. Energy capacity will be increased with more solar panels and wind turbines as needed as the farm builds more floors underground. Proof of concept. Initially, only a single floor will be built. It is a testing ground to see if enough food can be produced to feed about 8 people per floor and whether leases can be sold for a price that can grow the business. The setup cost will be in the region of $100,000 to buy the land, install the energy, and build the first floor. Given the high setup cost versus modest food yield, if Kingdom Farms were nothing other than food-producing enterprises, then it might not be a very interesting business. But when we think of it as a linear city that can grow organically, driven primarily by leasing, the business potential becomes much more interesting. Rapid organic growth. The finances needed to build further floors would come from 2 revenue streams: food production, but mainly leasing. Once the first floor is built, it can be broken into 8 units and made available for a 1,000-year leasehold contract of around $14,000 each. The attractiveness of a lease is that it is a place of safety to go if all else fails. A leaseholder could sublet the space to offset the cost of the money. Spawning. Once the concept of rapid organic growth is proven, then we can begin to investigate the concept of self-financed procreation. Ultimately, the goal is for subscribing sentient beings to navigate through the ending of the system and enter a Paradise Earth paradigm. To achieve this, each Kingdom Farm will not only have to rapidly grow itself, but also be able to reproduce itself elsewhere on an ever larger scale. Well before the first farm has fulfilled its growth potential, it will be time to start building the second Kingdom Farm. The main difference is the second farm will be big enough to warrant building a 2-megawatt geothermal closed loop. The process will be to buy farmland with access to a cold water source, drill the loop, build the farm, and sell the food and leases as before. As the second farm grows, the other diversified revenue streams can be introduced at the appropriate time.